music have been given for many years.
Richard Meyer, winner of the 1988 Royal Gold Medal for Architecture. The Institute also offered 7 fellowships, including one to Vincent Scully and one to François Mitterrand for his support of contemporary architecture in France.
A reminder that BBC2 continues its series about contemporary architecture with a look at Japan's way of building this Tuesday at 6:45. Well, over on BBC1 now, Brooke Shields and Christopher Atkins star in the modern remake of the classic Victorian novel The Blue Lagoon, and viewers in Scotland can see that a little later at 11:10. While here on 2 in a moment, we take our seats at the Film Club.
In my dreams, I love you. Extraordinary, isn't it? She's innocent, Jack.
Sam, we've always been close, haven't we?
Yes, Jack?
Until this all blows over, just stay away from me.
The first television screening of Terry Gilliam's Brazil, Easter Monday at 10, adding a splash of colour to Easter on BBC2.
Well, now on to Celestial Visions is the theme of tonight's Film Club, introduced by Michael Palin.
Both tonight's films address themselves to the eternal and unanswerable question of where exactly the Grim Reaper will take us when he comes to take us. The first is a frenetic and relentlessly absorbing documentary directed by the actress Diane Keaton and called simply Heaven. Though the film was first seen last year at the Cannes Film Festival, Keaton spent 3 years on preparing the project. There certainly isn't a frame wasted in this essay on the great American afterlife. But the only conclusion one can reach at the end of this breathless inquiry is how completely loopy the human race becomes when asked to consider matters of life and death. Mind you, most of our subjects are from Los Angeles, so one could say they're well into a fantasy world already. The picture, though a documentary, is a lot nearer arena than panorama and has a distinct and subjective style. This is achieved by carrying out the interviews in the controlled conditions of a studio, with slanting, patterned lighting effects. The care taken with the composition and the framing of the interviewees reflects Diane Keaton's experience as a stills photographer. And though the effect is sometimes a bit contrived, it does succeed in giving all these non-professionals a distinctive character. Interspersed with the interviews, which include one strong profanity, is an often grisly plethora of movie images of death and destruction. Among them a homage to our second film tonight, A Matter of Life and Death. Stirred into this rich mixture is an inventive music track by Howard Shore, with all the usual heavenly classics, My Blue Heaven, That's Heaven to Me, and so on. Though apparently Keaton had to abandon a sequence in which she asked her interviewees to sing Heaven, I'm in Heaven, as Irving Berlin wouldn't grant permission. Keaton telephoned and appealed personally to the great man, but he simply said, "No way, lady," and hung up. Mind you, you can do that when you're 98. The film, which contains some extraordinary insights into live human beings, reveals a depressing paucity of imagination as to what it might be like to be a dead one. I think a lot of the blame for this must lie with the evangelists and the revivalist preachers whose baleful influence is quite a theme of the film. They have to have all the answers, you see, and this gets them into very hot water. Heaven, one of them confidently asserts, is 5,000 times bigger than New York City. It's a massive receptacle of the greatest cleansing agent ever invented, says another. While other interviewees struggle to describe the interior decor of Heaven. It's full of white marshmallows. It has walls of topaz and jasper. Jasper seems to be the most popular heavenly finish. And it has crystal chandeliers. just like any American home. Alongside this disappointing literalness are one or two bravura moments of surrealism. A boy is asked if there's sex in heaven. "Oh, sure," he replies. "Well, what happens?" asks Keaton. "You make little dead people." For many moments like this, heaven is quite a rare treat. For once, its publicity blurb, "Norman Rockwell meets Salvador Dali," is nicely accurate. But the credit is, of course, Keaton's, and though I sometimes felt that her wacky, high-energy approach made fools of people before they had time to make fools of themselves, it's a jolly hard movie to go to sleep in.